Boebert's already been elected for a month, and she still hasn't gotten rid of the Department of Education. Lauren Boebert is a representative for the western part of Colorado. Lauren Boebert is a right-wing MAGA psycho. She's getting in there when, old Fuhrer is actually, getting shoveled out. And she believes in the soft coup. She believes in Donald Trump's pushing to take over the election, to get it overturned through the courts, through some fucking bullshit. He's reorganizing shit. He's doing this, doing that. People are, turning their backs to him. Biden said, there will be no trespassers in the White House when he gets there. But this is serious. Motherfuckers sitting there playing dumb fucking games, playing stupid fucking games. Jesus Christ, if you try to stay in office when you weren't rightfully elected, that'd be treason. That would be a traitor. We would have a traitor sitting on the throne of America if he gets this soft coup to be successful. Here's what Lauren Boebert says on Twitter. I spent time in Georgia last week rallying for Senators Perdue and Loeffler. I met hundreds of Georgians, and their only in all caps concern was POTUS in all caps, and seeing the true, not in all caps, results of the 2020 election. If the GOP in all caps wants to hold the Senate, we must fight for fair elections, not just going forward, but right now. So election integrity, of course, that's important. But hey, Lauren Boebert, I thought you said the Electoral College is what decides the presidency. Lauren Boebert is lying. Lauren Boebert kept saying it was the Electoral College, not the media, not this, not that. It's the Electoral College. Well, Electoral College is fucking vote. That means this piece of shit fucking Fuhrer motherfucker is gone. So Lauren Boebert is carrying on, right? Their only concern was POTUS and seeing the true results of the 2020 election. If the GOP wants to hold the Senate, we must fight for fair elections. So it wasn't not fair, Lauren Boebert. Jesus Christ, look how these people are liars and cheaters, and they make shit up. They're a bunch of fucking lying assholes. Donald is just claiming fraud because he lost the fucking election, and he's just saying all this dumb shit to get his fucking sycophants to be like, oh yeah, he's still going to get it. I believe he's still going to do it. No, he isn't, Lauren Boebert. He's not going to fucking do it. The only concern was POTUS and seeing the true results of the 2020 election. Okay, Lauren Boebert, there wasn't, maybe that's why he's doing it, just, talking about the fucking election just to win that Georgia fucking thing. Well, maybe if we pretend to win, we'll actually win one. This is my representative. People are talking about all the progressives, right? Let's see here the list of progressives that, are fucking badasses in Congress. And then just look at my, douchebag representative, and it's like, my God, we are a million miles apart. AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, Rakana, Pramila Jayapal. Pramila cares what we're pushing Pelosi for. Mark Pocan, Jamal Bowman, Corey Bush, Maureen Newman, Mondaire Jones, Richie Torres, Barbara Lee, Chewy Garcia, Jamie Raskin, Katie Porter, and Raul Grijalva. Raul Grijalva. Here's Jimmy Dorn, Cornell West singing Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing, Baby. That's Marvin Gaye. You know the story of Marvin Gaye? How his father killed him?
We don't want copies. We want the real thing. This is the Ashford Simpson moment. You remember Ashford? Yes. It's nothing like the real thing. Give me something real.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
Ain't nothing like the real thing. Wow, that was fun. That brings me back. So
here's Lauren Boebert, my, distinguished representative, who is nasty and mean and only appealed to the right wing of Western Colorado. So she has no heart. She's a heartless, right-wing conservative. She don't give a goddamn fuck about Castilla County, about the shit that we have to go through, about the poor people, about the homeless, about the economics of the working class. She talks about freedom. I'm on the side of Second Amendment, so, she's got no problems with me on that. On that front. In fact, there's a lot more freedoms than just the Second Amendment. There's about 70 freedoms I'd like for her to protect. Maybe write, a brand new Bill of Rights, an economic Bill of Rights.
This
some happy folks in there. I am so proud and so honored to announce that I will be the first mom representing Colorado's 3rd Congressional District. There is so much in the United States Congress that we need to tackle, and I am so eager to prove to all of my opponent's supporters and anyone who is against me how much that we are going to get done in these next 2 years.
Did you receive a phone call from Dad Nicholas?
I have not.
Not yet. Are you expecting that phone call tonight, tomorrow, any?
We'll see. The campaigns have reached out, and so we'll see.
What's the message you've taken from this experience that you'd like to share with others about the American dream?
We the people stood up. We believed in something. We saw a need to be represented and to secure the greatest nation that this world has ever known. And we got together, a small group of patriots got together and accomplished so much. I really believe that a way has been pioneered for average, ordinary citizens to rise up and take a stand to serve their country. And that's exactly what I'm doing. The United States Congress, the House of Representatives, was intended to be led by citizens. And I believe that more citizens are taking a stand now to serve their country, to secure our freedoms.
This campaign reached out to you already? What did they have to say?
They did not.
Not yet. What other campaigns have reached out to you?
There's been Representative Ken Buck has reached out to me, and Chairman Tom Emmer from the NRCC, and then some other really great folks that I've met along the way all throughout the country who are running their own races and watching mine as well. There's going to be a tremendous freshman class in the United States House of Representatives, and I'm excited. Tonight we are having a small celebration, but tomorrow it's time to roll my sleeves up and get to work.
What's next for you? What's first for you as representing Colorado 3rd District?
There's a lot that I want to take care of. As a mom, as a business owner, I want to be on the front lines of healthcare. I want healthcare to be affordable for all American citizens. I want, of course, our pre-existing conditions to be covered and taken care of. I want to be on the front lines of education and school choice. And right here in Colorado's 3rd Congressional District, we have more than 80% federal land. And I want to continue America's energy independence and pursue energy dominance, because nobody does it better than us.
When you defeated Scott Dixon back in the primary, you told Carrie Hill and Andrew Bartholomew, we expected it. When you first started running for this position, did you expect to be where you are at today?
I absolutely intended a victory, but what I didn't expect was how much support, how many wonderful people that I would meet along the way, and who would come up and really just carry this vision with me and help me run with it. I didn't expect that on such a grand level. I mean, look, this is a tremendous victory. This is a huge win. This is my first campaign. This is my first time running for office. And millions of dollars were spent against me, lying about me and lying about my opponent. And I'm excited for this win tonight.
What sold it for you? What was the point where you said, okay, this is official, I am the official candidate?
We were just doing some math, and we don't see that going any other way. And the Colorado Republican Party called, and they're saying that I am the Congresswoman for Colorado's 3rd Congressional District.
Are you expecting a call from the president?
I'm always expecting a call from the President of the United States.
Okay, first mom in history to represent this district, first woman in history, first a businesswoman, not a career politician in history, get this position. How does it feel to make history?
This is incredible, and it's an honor, and I'm really just even more honored and humbled to be able to serve the people in our district, and I hope that spills over into the rest of our state and begins to influence the rest of Colorado, and so we could get back to these conservative values, get back to upholding the Constitution of the United States. I believe that there are so many people who get frustrated with elected officials who swear to secure our rights, but then they go to D.C., they go to Denver, and they forget who they work for. They overregulate, overtax, and overspend, and ultimately destroy everything that we're building here at home. So I'm excited that average citizens are going to Congress.
All right, thanks,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So she's, you know, a politician, right? So there she was. That's her first, you know, speech after she had been told that she won, right? Yeah. Scott Tipton was the last one, so it was a Republican seat. So she just, you know, like Tea Party, the fucking Republican. And Scott Tipton actually voted against this COVID bill. So the 50, there's only 2 Democrats, Tulsi and Rashida Tlaib, but there was 50. There was a big old handful of Republicans who voted against it, and Scott Tipton from my district voted against it. So that's actually consistent with my beliefs. Hell yeah, Scott Tipton, you did something good. Right before you go, right before you know, exit stage right, you did something good. You voted against this fucking boondoggle, spruce, goose, pork, fucking, you know, belly fat, bacon. So, yeah, $600 for you and, you know, billions of dollars for everybody else in the world. Basically, we got, out of everybody in the world, we, the American people, got the least amount of stuff. The rest of the world got billions, and we got, you know, $600. So we can go to the arcade or something, you know. It's not like $600 ain't nothing, right? It's something, right? Let's get a couple more. Let's see. Ryan Knight, Biden. I'm going to get in trouble for saying this. It's arguable that the president may have the executive power to forgive $50,000 in student debt. I think that's pretty questionable. I'd be unlikely to do it. Every liberal who harassed me for demanding better can kiss my ass, said Ryan Knight, Proud Socialist, on Twitter, @ProudSocialist. Yeah, Andrew Yang. If I had one, I was going to pardon people in federal prison for non-violent drug offenses. I got a list of people here who Donald Trump needs a fucking pardon before he goes. He's pardoned all of his criminal fucking buddies, war criminals, and everybody, you know. So how come he don't, you know, just go ahead and pardon some of the good people, right? So we need to pardon, let's see here, Assata Shakur, Linear Peltier, Edward Snowden, Julian Assange, Mumia Abu Jamal, Reality Winner, Al Berry and Hale, Marion Mason, Mutula Shakur, and Albrecht. Those are the people that you need to pardon. Donald Trump, dump, dump. What did Jimmy have to say after they sang "Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing, Baby"?
We're talking about you and I are joining forces with some other people. We're trying to get this force to vote happening, and so there is a forcetovote.org right now. And so what's happening, and it's all brought to even more of a head today because we found out today that Nancy Pelosi did another shifty move and screwed a progressive out of her seat on a committee, and that progressive was AOC. So I didn't know that. Yeah, tell me a little bit more about what happened, man. Yeah, so we're going to cover in a second, but she got shafted out of her committee, the E&C committee, and that Nancy Pelosi did her slate of candidates. She left one spot open for New York, and that was her signal to go. And so who got that? The Blue Dog Democrat got it. The one who threatened not to vote for her got it. What's her name? Rice? The person's name Rice who got it? Yes. So it's in my next. I have it loaded into the show coming up next. So she got shafted off that committee she was on. And so now before the argument was that we're trying to get committee seats. Well, now you don't even get them because you played nice, and the person who played hardball got your seat. So now there's no reason. So what we're proposing is that the progressives in Congress, there's now like real progressives, like members of the squad. There's like 7, 8 of them. That's all we need to stop Nancy Pelosi from becoming speaker again. And so they should demand that Nancy Pelosi agree to a Medicare for all vote in the middle of a deadly pandemic before we give our vote to her. And if she does.
That's the force to vote strategy. Lauren Boebert is, opposed to the bill. So there's the controversy with the price tag of the $600 stimulus checks. This is Lauren Boebert. Is the conversation Congress wants you to have to distract from how absolutely horrible the rest of the COVID-19 relief bill is. There's a reason they gave a 5,593-page bill to members only hours before the vote. Most of our spending bills look as awful as the COVID-19 relief bill. They just don't get as much press. We need to hold these swamp creatures' feet to the fire and stop the pork spending. It's a $2.3 trillion omnibus/COVID bill that reads as a liberal wish list. There are quite literally billions of foreign aid squeezed into this bill. Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Georgia, Ukraine, and Latin America all get hundreds of millions. It's USA. They've always got that. It's leverage and shit. But, yeah, no. What about Israel? Israel got, $500 million, and Egypt got $1.3 billion, right? So she's got to mention that. And also Space Force. They got, the military-industrial complex. They got a piece. How about Venezuela? We tucked in like $30 million to overthrow Venezuela. $30 fucking million? I couldn't vote for that. I couldn't vote for that just for that reason alone. I don't want war with Venezuela. I don't like what the Trump administration did when it came to fucking Venezuela. So, anything else, Lauren Boebert? This is my fucking representative, huh? So we're sending a MAGA fucking, psycho into goddamn to take on Biden. So we ain't gonna get shit. We ain't gonna, the Western Kentucky or Western Colorado ain't gonna get shit. The $600 checks are shut-up money. It also includes tons of subsidies for wind and solar. It extends offshore wind credits for 5 years, extends the wind PTC for 1 year, the solar ITC for 2 years, and directs $35.2 billion to so-called clean energy projects. When your country's COVID-19 relief bill includes $10 million in gender programs for Pakistan, Congress is broken. What would you do? The best fighters are the strongest. When backed into a corner, the conservative movement is empowered to win and fight for our principles now and forever. Dr. Fauci said in an interview that he vaccinated Santa Claus. I would mention the irony of Dr. Fauci and Santa Claus's interaction, but I'm not in a position to say Santa is not real, so everyone has to follow the COVID restrictions unless you're a Democrat politician. I'm old enough to remember when Joe Biden called our military men and women stupid bastards. Democrats want to provide amnesty to tens of millions of unlawful aliens. These communists want to take more of your hard-earned money away and redistribute it to the people that came here illegally. Joe Biden's climate team would do everything they can to implement the extremist Green New Deal-like policies. These radicals have no regard for jobs, our economy, or responsible energy production will mount a full court press to force their socialist agenda down our throats. Not Biden. Not Biden, that's for damn sure. I hope that was true. I hope that's what's going on in this country. Lauren Boebert is, fucked up in the fucking head. We can't even get the goddamn progressives to put any pressure on Pelosi, let alone get socialism. How did we go from starting a revolution over a tax on tea to collectively shrugging our shoulders when the government locks us in our homes, keeps us from seeing our families, and arbitrarily closes our small businesses? The Democrats are running the candidate for Senate in Georgia whose church hosted Fidel Castro, and the media hardly mentions it. Let that sink in for a moment. Raphael Warnock. Okay. Under real Donald Trump, Secretary Bernhardt, America's energy independent. Our air and water is cleaner than ever, and Black Lives Matter is in the Bureau of Land Management is in closer to lands it manages in Grand Junction, Colorado. Save the date, January 6, 2021. Don't ever let the Democrats say they're not communist. Don't ever let the Republicans say they're not Nazi, Confederate, KKK, right-wing, racist pieces of shit, okay? The Democrats will put our Constitution through a cross-cut shredder in the name of COVID, and all right, that's enough there, fucking Boebert. She looks good on camera. She's, spunky, beautiful, smart. Fairly articulate. She's kind of like a Sarah Palin, only slightly better. So I recognize Lauren Boebert as the threat to the United States and Colorado that she is. She is a right-wing, radical, psychotic, over-the-motherfucking top, sitting there talking about right-wing Republican Joe Biden like he's a fucking communist. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about. She's got all that energy and shit, and I think she's going to be shocked to see that, her and Joe Biden agree on so goddamn much. And so yeah, Lauren Boebert is carrying on with the whole coup d'etat bullshit. So, would she have carried it on? This is a charade. This is all bullshit. Does she not have information? Is she going to carry on? Is she going to overthrow the government? Is she going to violently overthrow our United States government? She's going there to be a representative, and she's going to support this Fuhrer. He's going to support this Fuhrer all the way up until when? At what point? Are we going to drag him out, or is she going to, help him stay in and push everybody, pull the Palins, push the cops and shit? She's fucked with the cops before. Lauren Opal Boebert, American politician, businesswoman, guns rights activist. Incredible. Incredible. Got a Wikipedia fucking page. I couldn't even get... Okay, anyways. Yeah, Lauren Boebert's going... What, is she going to try to coup d'etat this fucking nation? Don't fucking forget that, Western Colorado. If Joe Biden tried to fucking steal the goddamn election, would she be on his side? Oh, no, of course not. But this motherfucker does, so she's corrupt. She's corrupt. It doesn't matter, you know, as long as the Republican cheats and steals and lies and, you know, rapes and murders, she's totally fine with all of it. God. I'm going to have to run against her. Forced to vote. Peace.